very good afternoon from the Stadio Sergio Lanfranchi in Parma, where we have the final match in the men's U18 Six Nations Festival. It's been a compelling 8 days of Six Nations rugby. Coming up, it is Scotland against Italy as these two countries look to put the midweek defeats behind them and finish out the competition in style and with a victory. Well, Scotland so far defeated Georgia last weekend in what was a gutsy win, and then earlier this week they fell to the hands of England 22 points to 6. As for Italy, it all started swimmingly with victories against Portugal in match day 1. They would not have been happy with a disappointing loss to Ireland and really not firing too many shots. However, today is another opportunity for the Azzurri. It's going to be good. Firstly, we will pause for the national anthems.
And now, the national anthem of Scotland.
One last dance in this festival for Scotland and Italy. A good turnout to say the least. So we have a quick look at the two teams. Scotland are captained by hooker Joe Roberts. This is his second year in the Under-18 Championship. Sam Bird from Rugby School is in the second row with RGS's Worcester's Daniel Halkin. Out behind, there's a bit of skill in Ben Harris, who's at scrum half, with Glasgow's Henry Armstrong making things tick at 10. Jamie Thompson is at fullback. He plays his rugby at George Watson's College in the capital city of Edinburgh. As for the Italians, they've made a number of alterations after that Ireland match. There are two Rugby Leon players in the pack with Sebastian Bolazzoni at hooker, and out behind him in the second row is Christopher Bass. Rugby Rovigo Delta back row, Luca Nyland wears the 7 jersey. There's a positional switch at scrum half. Lorenzo Ferrari from Verona Rugby starting at 9, and Luca Rossi showing his versatility, shifting to the left wing. The lively Eduardo Todaro also makes the transition to fullback, having played at outside centre against Ireland. There's a quick look at the two benches as well. Alessandro Drago has plenty of pace, so we could see him introduced to cause the Scots some problems, but we shall see. Referee today is Robbie Jenkinson from Ireland, who referees out of the Skerries Rugby Club and Leinster in Ireland.
Go, guys. Joe, yeah. Stay outside.
So we're about to get going in Parma. A beautiful setting. Italians get us up and running through their number 10, Petrocelli.
Knock on by Blue.
Actually scored the last try against Ireland with me midweek. It was a consolation one though. 36-10 they lost, but the Azzurri have some ball. Ferrara going to get his service right, but not quite there. But it's picked up by the danger man Malik Fassel. Scored right from the off, 8 seconds against Ireland in the championship. Ferrari once more, Italy looking to pull some strings, and no better man than Petrocelli. The zigzag attack continues, sniping. The next attacker goes, and they need a scrum half with Celli on the floor. Ferrari on the floor, I should say, and Scotland still defending pretty strongly. Quite acutely, but giving away an early penalty. Dallin Halcombe, involved in the Midlands Rugby Academy, is told to keep it down by Robbie Jenkinson. Straight away there's some intent going for the three. They know and respect Scotland so much. Who knows, but this one could be tight. Italy beating Portugal 30 points to 14 last Saturday after being 14-5 down, and then pretty despondent, as I've mentioned, in the defeat to Ireland 36-10, but Ireland really hit their straps. Italy in the white shirt, as you can see, in Scotland in the formidable navy blue. As the sun starts to fall in Parma, that's a great strike to get things up and running from the Italians. 3-0, they are ahead on the score clock.
Time, lads.
Fine number 10 is Petrocelli. Comes out of the Verona Rugby Club. As he tells Pack where he wants them. And Anthony Miranda. You can see he's going to be hot at that, as was the referee in the Ireland game against Portugal. Rolling away. Livorno just a couple of hours away from here, 2.5 precisely south of Parma, just below Pisa. That's where Petrocelli has grown up and moved up from the Livorno ranks at the under-17 jersey, coming second in the national tournament.
What's the numbers? Five.
Losing the final to Benetton Treviso, and then since then into the academy at Livorno, and then up to the Italian under-18 jersey. Ferrari. And they're looking to work the short side, get Giuliano involved, and then the back row. Lucan Allen didn't start the other day, so adding a bit of fresh impetus. Big shots coming in. Christian Lindsay from the Loreto School. Blindside flanker. Late change in the tackle. That's well worked. To Miranda. Ferrari once more. Lines of running are pretty good. Shelley acting at 9. Out in front to Dario from the Northampton Saints Academy. Real elusive runner. All defence at the moment for Ross Miller's team. Defensively sound, and the intercept comes one-handed from Moncrief. And he makes the initial intercept. His team are just a wee bit slow, and Italy all over the ball like a rash once more. Hometown in Galashiels, the right winger. It's exactly where he grew up playing his rugby at the age of 6. Currently at Stu Melville Rugby School, one of the bigger ones. Likes of Murkison and George Watson, to name a few. Edinburgh Academy as well. All seem to battle it out for that Scottish Cup. Balonzi. His first miss at line out time. And a high challenge. Scotland looking to go likes of Ben Curtis, whippersnapper of a 9.
No quick, no quick.
10 metres, so error after error. Now Scotland have a chance just to
High tackle first, guys. Keep it down. Yeah.
rethink a few things. It's been an onslaught of pressure
Oh, yeah. Okay.
from the hosts.
Apologies. No. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Can I take a drop? Is that okay? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Of course, with a couple of games, every player will get a start, as you've seen in these 26 and 28 man squads.
Guys, keep working on the tackle area, okay? Clear the tackle for the jackal. Keep working on the tackle area to allow, if you're going to go for a jackal, you clear the tackle.
Sam Bird just asking Robbie Jenkinson about the laws at tackling time and clearing out for the jackler. Born in Leicester, part of the Tiger Academy currently. Also a good cricketer. Plays for North Kilworth. Fine legs, so he says anyway.
Happy enough? Okay, guys, I'm going to go time on.
Rugby is his bread and butter.
Not 10, high tackle first. Keep it down.
In that engine room with Halkin. Henry Armstrong in the wars with the tape band on the head. And
Wait.
finds a pretty good touch.
Take the line.
Born in Aberdeen.
Backwards.
So the lineouts proving a bit of a thorn in both team sides from both hookers early on.
Use it! Stay outside.
Ferrari, the Verona player, he played in the Serie A domestic competition and not taken cleanly from Moncrief, and bounces into one of his teammates in the offside.
Gone first. Offside. 2 in front.
It's an easy penalty to give away once you drop the catch. Kelly putting the measure into that boot and going deep into the Scottish 22.
Guys, what is it? 5? 5 calls.
Ball's only
Everyone else back 10.
having a bit of extra thinking time there pretty quickly to the line out. And the red headgear.
Okay. Drop.
Rugby Lions player. And that's better into the skipper, Miranda. Gets plenty of change out of this line out. Bolzoni still in there, all very compact. This Italian pack looks strong. They're stopped. Sperafaki. And then high goes Berzani. And then he gets himself down on the ground as the ball comes back out. Referee happy that ball's gone back. Scotland trying to pilfer it. They're going backwards at a rate of knots. The pick and jam from Nalin. Antonio Bianchi next to try his luck. Ferrari wants it. And here is the crash ball man, Nazelli, the powerhouse. And Italy up and running in Parma through their inside centre. You could tell Ferrari was itching to use the main ball carrier. 3 Scottish defenders just couldn't get low enough. He is over 6 foot. The Benetton Rugby Treviso man. He's actually played for the under-18s last year in the Summer Six Nations. It's Petrocelli. Kicks over the simple conversion and takes his tally to 5, but his team's more importantly to 10. Good sets deserved. They certainly would have had the lion's share of possession in that opening 10 minutes.
Stay outside.
So into the afternoon sky from the Morrison Academy player. And a good one at that from Armstrong. His compatriot Curtis punching above his weight. A bit of dynamism from him. Lindsay acts at 9. Mikey Kenson trying to batter this Italian defensive system down, and now Scotland's turn to use the outside men in Bryden. Born and bred in Dumfries, that's where he's played all his rugby at the Dumfries Saints Rugby Club. Curtis does well under all sorts of pressure, and what about the line? McKenna, oh, he's quick, he's still going. Oliver McKenna, reminded me of Jacobson, the Scottish prop at the next. One to go again. Joe Roberts, the captain. Much better from Scotland. But they're just held up. Robbie Jenkins in a perfect position. They're the threats, the front row. All of them smashing holes. The last couple of inches, they couldn't grind the ball. Glasgow Warrior, McKenna. Like a steam train. Will certainly get their act together, the Scots. Thompson stoops low.
No, you only have one hand. No 12.
No turnover called. Captain once more leading by example, and then the snipe, Curtis. Catching the Italians off guard. They think they have hands. Bolzona. He's told to get away. Another dummy. Another strike runner. Bryden. Both 12s look so lively. Waugh was backpedaling and then lifted into the air. The Scottish crowd starting to get on their feet. You wouldn't blame them. Their team are looking good in the hands from McKenna. Probably the right call, but Italians had it well watched. Armstrong. Bryden, the link player. Not afraid to go into the tackle is Henry Armstrong. Curtis looks one way, but says to McKenna, get into the rough and tumble. Curtis once more with the flat ball. Trying to release his hands was Halkin. Armstrong, what's he got in his locker? He's got plenty. Italy again, defensively sound, but Thompson trying to change that tune of thought. The phases are building. The yellow boots of Christian Lindsay. Big hits coming from Antonio Bianchi. One out runners for the Scots, still on the attack. But Italy stand firm. Pulsating encounter. Antonio Miranda gets a thumbs up from the supporters. Just signed 10 days or so ago a 3-year deal with the FIR to join the National Under-23 Academy at Benetton Rugby. Part of their development pathway. He keeps coming up with crucial turnovers that he's going to go far in the game. Previously was at Capitolone Rugby Union club in Rome. He actually grew up in Milan, so he's been about the Italian country, north, east, south and west, all for the game of Rugby Football Union.
Oh, sorry, No. You can hear you? Can anybody hear me? You can't hear me? Okay.
Even outside of Murrayfield, the traditional bagpipes are playing and the decibels are rising. The floor of Scotland, how beautiful is that?
Yeah, please, thank you. Oh, it came out. Oh. Yeah, no problem.
The young lad, it's all the praise he should get.
I will watch.
It's every single note perfectly. And Scotland over the last 5 minutes
I will watch.
starting to find their notes. Yet to score though.
Can you hear me? Yeah. Great. Thanks, guys.
Jenkinson just making sure everyone can hear him there. Getting the batteries back in place, I presume it is. And the referees in the All-Ireland League doing a fine job, both when he's in Ireland and at this festival so far.
Okay. Holding. Yeah, you can.
Shelley makes a good 50 metres and now they're going to pounce. Play just sort of stopped and Italy looking to dominate with a bit of a Scottish error. Ferrari realises where the space is, but at the moment Gio Gogani only knows one way.
Okay, you're clearly on the ball, we're coming back and knock on. Last one.
It's all a bit interesting there. The
Over there, was that right to leave
kick from the penalty just didn't find touch, but there was a knock on.
Actually, look, I overlooked it. Off forward first. Just here. Yeah, left of the mark. Set up to the left.
These two sides would have clashed last year. Yes, a different group, but in Cardiff, Italy coming out on top. Actually won all their games. It was more development sides at under 18 level in that summer Six Nations.
Bring up the gap. Bring up
The likes of Joe Roberts would have probably featured, and
Crouch. Seconds. Lower. Crouch. Bind. Set.
Gary Proven or Sam Lewini. Stop the push. That was good for a Scottish perspective, but as they were backpedaling, and Tadaro, he's hit hard. He gets back up. Some engine Eduardo Tadaro has, as does the open side flanker Nolan. Gio Giannani, how many times has he carried brute force? Chelly.
No advantage. Back here. 11, you're on the floor, you can't make a tackle.
It's
On your knee, you
southward.
can't make a tackle, okay?
Involved with Hartbury College and Harlequins. Can't make a tackle when he's on the floor. One step into the kick from Petruccelli. Something the great Percy Montgomery would have done. Off the tee, certainly in South African fullback, if not. He's kicking to the line.
Oh, yeah. Joe, we'll get that scene. Tongue off.
The Scotland captain is just getting a bit of treatment here. Joe Roberts, born in Bristol but grew up in Aberdeen at Robert Gordon's College. Featured in the actual Super 6 competition last year for Stirling Wolves. No mean feat that.
Not for me, not
As an
fair.
18-year-old,
Yeah. If it's dipping, then I'm not going after the
also
tackle.
represented
Okay.
Caledonian over the last couple of years in regional competitions, and then moved into the national jersey. Also played plenty of rugby at Dundee Rugby Club as well.
All good?
It'll take a lot more to get him off.
I know.
As long as he's fit, he'll be out there.
Anything clear?
No, there was the offside at Saba said you, but
Okay.
everything
Everything else okay?
It's the radio resolution, just the Scotland bench that was messing up because of the decision that was offside for Scotland.
Yeah.
Just for that, and he asked me, you have to talk with him and you have to get back on that decision. I can't.
No, 100%. No. So Scotland, here's your mark.
Balazzoni was very straight, but into the path of Joe Roberts. He goes from the war back out to the paddock. Campbell Watt just scutters that along the ground.
Okay.
Scotland make the guts of 30 metres, but importantly are outside their 22 and relieve
Here's your mark.
a wee bit of the Italian pressure.
Okay. Guys, let's go. What's the numbers? What?
From Glasgow is Watt, Hutchinson Grammar School. Very talented all round slalom ski champion, and then also a pipe band champion.
Backwards, Budlin.
International rugby player. Easy for some. It's the left foot of Southwark. Has pressure on Tadaro, but just a smidgen too far. And back for the scrum, but you can see Scotland's speed of transfer with moving the pass out wide is pretty slick. As time goes on, you'd expect the backs to really cut loose if given a chance. Southworth releasing the spindle fibres, but Tadaro pretty relieved to see the ball trickle over the line.
Guys, Drive straight, no step left. No step left. There you go. Very good. Ear to ear.
Been in the Scottish role as under 18 head coach for a couple of years now. Ross Miller. He'll want to come out of this championship 2 wins out of the 3 games. 22-14 against Georgia. 28-6 to England. They lost, so moment 1 win, 1 defeat.
Okay. Okay. Binds up here. Keep your bind up. Bind up.
Plenty of these guys looking to make the grade next couple of years into the under 20 level. Last year, the likes of Isaac Coates and Hector Patterson playing in Dublin for the under 18s, and then a year later involved with the under 20s. So stepping up when given that responsibility.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
Straight away, Scotland are penalised. Pulling down the scrum, and like Supersini, Bolazzoni and Gigani are big boys. Just have the upper edge at the moment.
I understand he pulled down there, but he needs to also accept the weight, okay? Take the line, you. Guys, take the line. I get it. Numbers! Lads, numbers. What is the numbers?
Who's head prop Christian Bresani, involved last year with the 18s, and also in the summer, but also the November when they played an Irish clubs team. Plays for Liverino, I should say, just like his fly half. Referee happy that has gone straight. As soon as I say that, a couple of cries for it, and he has a rethink, and maybe gets a word from his assistant to say, just gone a bit squee whiff.
Guys, here we are.
So after a very frantic start, last 5 minutes of played a much slower pace.
Outside the mat, outside the tight shape. Crouch! Bind! Set!
Interesting wall. And Bryden are quite flat. It's much better scrum time. Will they look for the loop play? Not yet. Alex Bryden bouncing off Italian defenders, giving Henry Armstrong the armchair ride. Todaro thinks he sees space and sizes through. Fasael uses the feet. With Scotland coming up to the halfway mark. Next score absolutely vital. Mikey Kenson. Good hands for a big man. Straight into the cultured boot of Armstrong. Todaro flicks the wrist and uses his fly half, but Jimmy Thompson looks to make inroads, but hits a wall, and as does Sam Bird. No releasing. Penalty count's pretty high, particularly for disciplined players. That's what happens when the brain starts to think a wee bit slower, become a wee bit more sloppier. Who can blame them? Big hits going in there, and the ball in play Seems to be pretty high. Glasgow Warrior under 18 fly half and Scottish fly half at the moment. Henry Armstrong gets his team just outside the Italian 22. Roberts. This Scottish line out is becoming a problem between the hooker and the line out jumper. Lindsay had a nibble.
No. Back foot blue. Use it 9.
Renzo Ferrari able to get the skates on. Sound in the air from Southworth. Curtis needs a few troops to get low so they can help him out and form a bit of a bridge and protection.
Okay, 9 quicker. Stay outside wide. Take him back.
Good flexibility from the 9 and forced the problem in the eyes of Petrocelli, and he should do better. Wasn't under too much pressure. He just takes his eyes off the prize, and the Scots will have a scrum.
Yeah, we'll take a water break, yeah. Yeah, I've got a water break here, okay?
I don't think you need to tell me what language is used there. As the players ask for a water break, but plenty of panting and puffing as the diaphragm go up and down, so we'll take a pause for some water and some minerals.
What? 27? Yeah. Yeah, we haven't had a water break.
Yeah, but it's almost half time. Even 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, but I haven't had a water break, I'm sorry. They asked for it, I'm not going to say it. Yeah. All good, okay? Yeah.
Doing well.
No, thank you, thanks. Okay? Good to go?
Rory Purvis from Dollar Academy leaps onto the pitch and then is maybe told to go back to his seat just yet. Purring and getting ready to get out here at the Stadio Sergio Lanfranchi.
1 and 3, lads.
You can see the changes happening, I think, in the front row. Lachlan Hodge, part of the Highland Rugby Football Club.
Find it. Drive straight, guys. Yeah.
Pretty sure Ollie Blythe Lafferty might be on as well, but I'll confirm that as we go. If it is him, he's a cracking player. And if it's not, we'll wait to see him in all glory.
Set.
Curtis, and look at the fresh impetus from the new men. Armstrong tries to draw defenders before he fizzes it. And the try scorer, the only one so far, works at the breakdown. Nicola Naselli clutching his shoulder, but like a thief in the night in there, robbing that ball.
All good. I'll get it. No more huddle.
Made the move
No more.
from
Five.
Passanda Prato a few months ago
6.
to Benetton
5.
Rugby in Treviso.
5.
Another one of the experienced members, Nicola Naselli. There's multiple caps at under 18 level, featuring last year and into this season as well.
No. Unless
This might be the end of his game, which is very unfortunate for him. He knows there's a problem. Hopefully he returns to the rugby field sooner rather than later, but that'll be the end of the afternoon in the competition for him. Sorry note, but he did play well in the half an hour he got, getting that try. And Sandro Drago replacing him. And then the loose ball is picked up. Scotland broken into ribbons. And Lorenzo Ferrari opportunistic and under the sticks. And out of nowhere, the Italian lead stretches. It's all a bit helter-skelter. Lorenzo Ferrari pocketed the ball, dived onto the poles. It's a big moment in this game before half-time. Shelley bangs it into the stand, but more importantly through the post. 17-0. Bolzano misses his man, but when you're locked in, you take full advantage of it. The gaping hole opened up in the Scottish defensive system, and Ferrari just waltzed through. Can Scotland respond before half-time? Lots of start. Sam Bird straight away gathering back momentum.
No! They can go. You only have one hand on first.
Armstrong to the mainstay in Bryden. Back to Armstrong, had to jump and skip. They are offside. Thomas Del Cerreto. I think it is a free play. We'll wait and see. The ferocious carries still continue out there. Lachlan Hodge knows he's in a battle.
We need to work on the tackle now. Have a word. So we've two penalties. Here and back there. You need to have a word on the tackle. So we've penalty here for high tackle. Penalty further up. I presume you want it offside. Further up. Number Saba? Go again.
There's actually two penalties in that infringement and bit of play.
Offside.
Scotland obviously going to take the one higher into the Italian half, and
I'm just asking to...
Conversation just going on between Roberts and Henry Armstrong. I still don't feel Scotland are out of this game. I could be wrong, but I do feel they're yet to fire their best shots. The championship minutes right on half-time. One thing's for sure, you won't stop them in full flow singing as they watch on as Lindsay comes down and his team look to build some sort of momentum. Roberts trying to get the Italian pack out of the way as they stop it initially at source. Needs a helping hand, and Lachlan Hodge waits his turn, as does Bird, the rugby school forward. And this is better as they move from one side to the other. Curtis calling all the shots, and then his captain gets the pat in the back to go forward with an advantage, but needs to fight low and get the ground. Abrasive in the contact. Hulkin, big second row. Scotland edging closer. Harry Stewart, the next ball carrier. Roberts with the pop pass to Lindsay. Is that ball down? Yes, it is, but just before the try line. Curtis on his ankles. Armstrong picks his moment. The number 10, scintillating skill. And Scotland are back in this game through Henry Armstrong. Morrison's Academy standoff. Showing his class.
I've got 2.5 on the clock.
He didn't panic. One step left and right. Italians bamboozled. The number 10 slides in and makes it 7. So back to a 10-point game. Haven't had too many chances in the Italian 22, but that was ruthless from Scotland. Curtis, knowing the space was wide, but then when the dummy came, well, the Italians stopped. Armstrong oozed with quality and dived over. So we're in the red, but there must be a couple of minutes after that water break, of course. Shelley. Fine drop goal technique, and Moncrief puts his weight about with Vassell, and Curtis thought about the left foot. Actually, Armstrong says, you know what? When the confidence is high, we'll play ball. It's to a wiper. Did get it away, and Tadaro, he's hit strongly and bounces up like a jack in the box, but Scotland are all over that. Campbell walk, and the momentum is swinging. Hudson Grammar schoolboy. Yes, he's good in attack, but he was like a limpet. His team needed him most there. So another strike play to come. To the front. Good battle, a fair one at that. Lindsay, the main line out jumper. Doesn't want to get held up though, and I think he's done all right. He just couldn't get to the floor quick enough, and Robbie Jenkinson said he got turned over in the tackle. After a breather, the Irish referee says that'll be that for the first half. So it's all happened out there. Italy flying into the lead through Nicola Zaselli, and then a scrum half following suit, Lorenzo Ferrari. The 2 tries, but just before half time, the riposte was good for Scotland. Henry Armstrong with the try and then converting it. In this game, yes, the Italians are ahead, but it's still in the balance. Scotland need to respond quickly, but at half time here in Parma, it's the hosts that lead, 17 points to 7. Well, welcome back to Parma
Partial score,
for the second half and final game of the Under-18 Men's Six Nations Festival. Scotland trailing at half-time, but fairly pumped up with that score just on the 34th minute mark, getting them back in contention. And the man with the ball was the man to dot down Henry Armstrong. So a shrewd blast of the whistle from Robbie Jenkinson. Scotland get us going again. Armstrong pitched the ball into the Italian court. Scotland and Armstrong weave back into the traffic and then flicks it out the back door. Very vibrant is the number 10. Lachlan Hodge. Looks to be a change at 9 as well. Hamish MacArthur. Merkerson Castle. Scrum half. Started a couple of games. Also kicked a few points as well against England. Lively 9. Born and bred in Edinburgh. Talented multi-sportsman, plays cricket, won the Schools Cup. Won Merkerson last year, as well as a bit of athletics, likes of the javelin. And the Scottish Schools Cup winner back in 2022. Would have played alongside the likes of Isaac Coates. So will he keep it going, keep up the tempo? He'll be hoping so. And slap down. The line out woes still mount. Antonio Bianchi got about 4 Scottish players on his back, but he still kept trucking along. Ferrari, the one scoop back to Bianchi. He rubbed Ferenzer player just when the advantage was over. They got a bit excited and lost the run of themselves, and Scotland have a good attacking area to scrum from. Antonio Bianchi, ever present, plays in the League Championship at under 18 level with Ferenza team, a team in Florence. A couple hours south of this very ground. And there's Henry Bruno Benetti coming on for Sebastiano Belzoni. Bruno Benetti, actually a Millfield captain this year at school, and played his rugby growing up at Westcombe Park RFC in southeast London near Bromley. Represented England at under 17 development level. Now playing for the Italians a year later, which is the advantage of the rule, and rightly so. After a bit of conversation, Scotland could get back within a converted score. And immediately, it's looking to add plenty of value is Hamish MacArthur. More a French type of scrum half, seemed to be able to slot in at 10 as well, and also goal kicking. As you saw the great Morgan Parra used to do, and Jean-Baptiste Elissalde. That's coming into the modern game. Closer to home, the likes of Greg Laidlaw taking on the kicking responsibilities now. It's the youngsters' turn in MacArthur. Arrow straight, bulletproof, no nerves about him, cool as a cucumber. 17 points to 10. That's a good early bounce for Scotland. Dan Halkin, I think, is called from the paddock here in Parma. Shelley poised.
Got advantage.
Moncrief couldn't deal with it as the sun falls down, but not the greatest option from the Italian player to nudge that through. And how about that? Looks to be a spiral in Parma. A joy to see. That is youth for you. Tadaro goes for the end over end. The outcome is just as good, if not better. Simone Fardine from Rugby Cassel stands and watches.
Yeah, take it away.
Gordon's College of Roberts. Very composed as he gets the ball at the back of the ruck. Looks even more relaxed and scans up above him until MacArthur pulls the strings, releases an atomic bomb into the sky. The Italians to try and defuse, and Luca Rossi has done that, but the Scots maybe a wee bit unlucky. Not grabbing onto the ball anyway, so probably a fair call. And Harrison Wood, the Beats blonde hair, has got the remaining half an hour.
Wait, Blue. Wait, 17.
It's a kicking duel. Starts to go, and still Tadaro looks for an outside break. And Fassel can't control it. You pay the admission fee to watch the likes of Tadaro try and break lines. He seems to get a bit bored of kicking it back with interest, and then looks for some holes in the defence in front of him. Malik Fassel, the real hero here. Local player, Rugby Parma, 1931. Haven't seen too much of him. Man with a sevens background.
So you take your hit, okay? You just hold the push and bring your feet up.
Looks like Harrison Wood will slot into number 8. Actually won Player of the Year out of school at George Watson's College over last year. Another fine sportsman. Loads of ammo in his back locker with the likes of cricket and golf and javelin. Concentrating on the rugby at the moment. Free kick, MacArthur looks for a snipe. Then you could see what he was trying to do, but the execution let him down, and Bryden sets a tone. There is space wide. Thompson steaming through, pushing Italian defenders out of the way. It's great play from the fullback, and gets the pass away to the new man on the pitch, Hamish MacArthur. And this is relentless from Scotland. A Murkison masterclass from the substitute scrum half, but really it was all about the fullback. Watch Thompson, as soon as he gets it, great ball from Waugh. 1 step, 2 step, stayed on his feet, great balance and fend. Jamie Thompson looking for MacArthur, finds him perfectly. We've got a game in our hands, and this is very entertaining.
Okay, guys.
So for the first time in the match, chance for Scotland to get back to a level playing field. Maybe they are saving their best to last. Brilliant from him. 17-all. This game has just turned in the last 10 minutes, very much on his head. Thompson with the wheels and the balance to keep his footwork, and then under a tired run pops it straight to the number 9. The restart was paramount, just went forward. Plenty of bragging rights on this game. Such a big difference travelling back home with 1 win instead of 2. You would suspect for the coaches and the players, of course. Francisco Alangeni coming into the harness at 10. Petrocelli is hauled from the pitch.
That's a warning. Crouch. Bind.
Celli of Salerno, who play in the Serie A and sit 5th in the table. He's with the under-18 involvement straight away. Ferrari does the right thing, and then right in front of Robbie Jenkinson's face, just fires a forward pass, which could have hit the far stand. It was that far in front of his number 8. To be fair to the number 9, he wasn't sure if he could go or not, and I think he got a wee bit startled.
Straight. That's all it is. Just show that right shoulder.
MacArthur and Wood working. Just leaves the ball behind him, and MacArthur needs to stay strong. He did initially, but it's actually an Italian hand coming through, so Scotland survive a wee scare there. Must have some lungs, that man. He's hardly put the bagpipes down. If his team keeps scoring tries, he'll be at it all evening. MacArthur seeing the funny side. He wanted to get it in and out as quick as possible. The juggling act.
Same again, let's go. Quick reset, let's go. Let's speed it up, let's slow it down.
Did you hear that? Let's speed it up as they tried to slow it down. They feel this Italian side will crack. If Scotland make it an arm wrestle, it could go against them. He's probably right, Hamish MacArthur. Stalemate. Looking to play Armstrong, and the kick comes downtown to Darrow, looking for a shorter kick, and the battle comes. No one wants to keep it. Starting to get quite tense. Good footballing skills from Henry Armstrong, but just when he looked up to try and chip it through. Ball just fell to the wayside and out of the grasp of the palm of his hand. So there we see a change. Luca Rossi coming into 9 where he started against Ireland. And Lorenzo Ferrari is taken from the fray.
Okay, bring up the gap, There we go.
Rossi from Bessario, a town in Italy's Adriatic coast in the Grand Pazza del Popello. 2 hours 30 from Parma. Playing the lower leagues in Italy. It's his team that give the penalty away, hands in the scrum. Not the greatest from Henry Armstrong. Scotland still in a pivotal position, even if it's not as far as they wanted it to be. It was a great strike, but just well kept in from Roberto Fasti, who's just come on to the pitch. That would have been that change for Lorenzo Ferrari, I should say. It's Bryden. It's a well-earned rest, as does Armstrong. So the playmaker's off. Still pretty high temperatures in Parma. It's a substances and fluid are needed and into their bodies. Another water break it is.
Good.
If you are wondering, he's been on a while, but Ollie Blythe Lafferty is the colossal figure there in the front row with the no number in the back. It's actually his 18th birthday yesterday, so he'd love to cap it off. Never mind the presence in Parma, but a win today. The Edinburgh boy playing at Kerry Chieftains. He was at Burmuir. Younger brother of Jerry. Was in the Scottish under-20 squad. Nicky Thompson all in the backfield for Scotland, as is Ross, Wolf and Dent. So all change at 10 and in the centres. He looked to play ball, a bit as UA. Rossi and decides to slow it up and actually gives Scotland back the ball under no pressure really at all. MacArthur, it wasn't him, it was actually his forward. He popped it off the deck and Blythe Lafferty. Barnstorming run and MacArthur trying to catch the backfield of Italy napping. Quick line out comes Thompson. Brings it in field and tell you what, under all sorts of pressure, Sam Bird used every bit of strength in his framework because he could have very easily been turned over. MacArthur Decided the top was on Blythe Lafferty. Oh, the forwards loving it out there, Lachlan Hodge. And here's Harrison Wood. He's pretty quick. Barbarians are here to play in Scotland. MacArthur. Massive run into the space from Lindsay. He just forgot the pill. Lachlan Hodge and Blythe Lafferty playing like a duo at 10 and 12 there. The big men using their nice hands is the politest way of putting it. The cohesion and the link play from tight head and loose head. A real joy.
Bring it up. Crouch. Bind. Set. Okay, both sides here. Keep your bind up. Yeah, both sides
Remember last year in Dublin, Blythe Lafferty made his mark at scrum time over that April period playing the matches, and he's doing the same from the bench today.
Bring it up to the mark first of all.
Involved in the Edinburgh Academy system.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Rossi. Scotland are confused. They think they have the penalty. Sandberg asking for a shot at goal, but maybe it was a bit of youthful and playful tactics. It wasn't his team, it was the opposition. Favoured the right arm of Robbie Jenkinson. Francisco Angeli shows his talent with the right peg. Still very much on the knife edge here. And Sen Denya coming on for Italy. Got a try in the broken field in that first game against Portugal. The Kansas Rugby Club he's at.
Lads, what is it? Six? Six is gone. Okay, hang on. Wait.
Just getting the six-man line out. Called Bruno Benetti. Misses out, and Dolce picks up the mess and then goes forward. Rossi once more. Antonio Bianchi, one of a number of loose, hard-carrying forwards. And Sedenya trying to make an impact. And what about the pace and the flick? Alberto Fasti in the thick of it there. And Scotland's down wasn't broken. Stayed nice and compact. Now what a day we've had. Ireland beating Portugal by over 50 points then. Wales and France cooking up quite the match. France too powerful in the end. Go over the last week unbeaten. As for England, they left it late. Their outside centre, the match winner, beating Georgia. They've been a great addition to this competition, as of Portugal in their own way. Who will get the last laugh in this final jamboree of the day? Will it be Scotland or Italy? At the moment, it's honours even. There's 10 minutes plus the rest to go.
Last 4 by way. Patience, guys. Keep the scrum up. Lines up. Try straight. Balance here. Crouch. Bind. Set. Steady.
MacArthur. Wolfenden to unleash Sam Lawini. Wood battering the wall, and back up is Harrison Wood. They need to be quicker rolling away.
You're off feet. Use it.
Great work from the referee telling MacArthur must play the ball. Like a statue was Lachlan Hodge protecting the 9. Tadaro skips and jumps, and then Hodge drags him down. Wood leading the line, being the shooter over defender. Rory Purvis limp it in there as well. Scotland done this time for not rolling away. Here's Wood once more. Initially chopped and then jumped up. Has that magnetic step in his body. Bouncing off the deck. Luckily have found some more enthusiasm. And Jelly getting the instructions on under the cry of Italia. Coming back on, Oliver McKenna.
2 and 17 blue.
I think that's the end of Joe Roberts as well. What a shift he's put in. William Pearce from the Bristol Bears is on in the headband and the rather frizzy and cultured hair. Cut, I should say, but more importantly, he's trying to hit the back of this maul. He's Bruno Benetti. Has it, and there's a few dummy runners. No one knows who's at the ball, but Benetti has it. And then Rossi. Scotland trying to steal it through MacArthur. And then Sam Bird. He's taking no prisoners. Man and ball. The cart horse does ever so well. Denya. Back row to back row. Nallen. Rossi looks one way and fizzes it to the right. Scotland again working hard to break down, but they just can't get their mitts on it. Nallen carries. Banchini needs no introduction. Scotland well set. Will the tackles still keep coming? Ross Wolfen pushing down tacklers. Rossi needs to be careful this time. Harrison Wood must have his hands on it. He certainly does. Pilfered and stolen at a crucial time. Games could come down to these vital moments. Never mind the nice try and glorious one scored. The breakdown work and the stats at the end normally dictate the play, and Wood he took a good battering for his good honest work there, and he's getting a bit of treatment. He'll get the pats in the back. So a new thrower, so Aloysius College and McKenna. There's a hardy customer as Wood, and he rejoins. Looks to be at scrum half just for this line out, of course. Good take at the back from Harry Blackie. Now the well-oiled Scottish maul starts to get some momentum, but MacArthur says let's get some territory. Fassell carefully watches that ball to Darrow. He's a Scottish man, but in second collecting. Jamie Thompson, beg your pardon, Harry Proven. On there in the 25 jersey, MacArthur. And it's all the subs combining. 26, 24, you name it. Nicky Thompson from Sedbergh School in the head guard. Wolfenden, that looked flat at best, but he's going to get away with it. MacArthur once more. Wolfenden cutting shapes, and there's numbers for Scotland. Lowenny needs to stay strong. He's done even better than that. Italy, their hands on the floor. And this is from 50 metres. Might just be out of MacArthur's range. But he does have a pretty healthy right boot. He's deciding against the three. As they go for the jugular and the try. That's pretty sweet. Played his rugby growing up at Uddingston. And then on to GHA, did Nicky Thompson. McKenna, 2 from 2. Gets it straight from Harrison Wood. And Oliver McKenna keeps it low. Plays 9 as well. There is the man at the moment, Nicky Thompson. MacArthur trying to dictate. William Pearce creeping forward. Blythe Lafferty, the bulldozer, in the middle of the park. Good tackle from Bruno Bonetti. MacArthur switches the play, and Wood comes back in the angle. Sam Bird bouncing off the white jerseys. Phases build into the last 5 minutes. Blythe Lafferty in the heartbeat beside the ruck. MacArthur standing still. William Pearce, he's pretty dynamic. MacArthur once more. Dummy runners all over the show. Can Scotland use the ball? How about this? Great strength. Henry Southworth, Elliot Southworth just can't get in there. He's bundled into touch. Left winger used his feet. Bit of jiggery pokery. That's a fine bit of defence from Roberto Fasti. Scotland look more promising at the death here in Parma. Italian bodies flat out on the floor. Exactly what this game's deserved. A grandstand finish. I think I heard from the referee there's 5 minutes to go.
Okay, what's your name? Roberto. Roberto as well.
Won a premiership title with the under-18s at Bath. Did Bruno Bonetti in February, beating Northampton in the final. He's had a pretty good time of it. The number 16 for Italy. He'll be dreaming of bigger things and for the senior side in years to come. Looking up to the likes of Tom Dunn and Niall Annette. At the rec, saying he wants to be there. These are the performances he'll be wanting to put in. First and foremost with the national team in Italy. And this is a vital line out for him. Restart the play. He goes to the tail. Very risky but very good. Antonio Regna. Dolce. Human Goliath of a prop. And Jelly gets it up to the 22. Started as rugby, McKenna Lindsay Rugby Club. Now he plays for Glasgow Hawks in the Scottish Premiership there. Christian Lindsay, Loretto schoolboy, collects it, and McKenna is this compact forward. Slowly but surely makes its mark in the side from Bruno Bonetti. Scotland will have a penalty, so here's the free shot. Lindsay, he's everywhere. MacArthur. Next up is the man who took the line out, Pearce. Thompson trying to break this Italian defensive line. Interesting calls here. How far out on this touchline? What will Scotland do here?
Oh, it was far side, yes. Far side. Yes, fine. We got some. 4 minutes. 4 minutes. 16, Saba, yes? Sure.
And they are relying on the very talented number 9, Hamish MacArthur,
So I was on the far side.
to land the 3 points and nudge ahead for the first time, and then only have a couple of minutes to hold out. It's 3 from 3 off the Teesons coming on. Hasn't put a foot wrong. This is his biggest kick in an under-18 jersey for Hamish MacArthur. Perfect. Splendid off the right peg from MacArthur. For the first time in Parma, Scotland are ahead 20 points to 17, and what a turnaround it's been. At one stage there were 17 points, the deficit, and there he is, full of beans, calling the shots. Still time for the Italians to break Scottish hearts. Rossi, it's now or never. Renia, tell you what, both benches have certainly proved a point today. Dulcie in the heat of the battle. The Lafen comes, Drago to Darrow. Scotland looking to keep him up. And now they have a penalty. Venchu. I suspect because it's on the touchline, it will go to the corner.
Number now? Number? That's not it. 25. Keep down, lads. Okay, take the line. Okay, take the line.
Big moments in the young careers of these future stars of the game. Bruno Bonetti, poised and ready to go. Gets his part, and Denya takes it at the front. The well-oiled Italian machine has some grunt in it. Scotland meet it so far, but they're going backwards. Now it's a standstill. Down by White. Can Scotland win them all? Big moments in this match. It was Harrison Wood earlier. Now it's his pack, and that will be it. A famous day for Scotland under 18s. You can see what it means to them. 17-0 down. The game was gone. But starting out with Henry Armstrong at the end of the first half, and then up steps Hamish MacArthur, the Murchison scrum half, taking the game by the scruff of the net.
Thank you.
Really, Scotland, the last half an hour or so, dictated play. Get their second win of the championship.
So for, I'll not put out the flag because of that.
All the grins for the Scottish jerseys out there, the size of Parma. A very happy bunch. But what a tournament we've had over the last week. Men's and women's under-18 Six Nations Festival. 3 great match days, a cracking tournament. But it's Scotland here in Parma that have the last say. A great day as they triumph. The Stadio Sergio Lanfranchi, full time here. Thanks for tuning in. It's Scotland that have done it. 20 points to 17 against the hosts Italy.